اجيب لك واحده بنت تعالى.
Out, girl.
Welcome to Hong Kong. I hold server.
Stone by stone on the roadside.
And then here's mud?
Yes, yeah.
Cement?
No, not a cement. There are things that was in the way. You see it?
My name is Dr. Naguib al-Bardisi. I am a pharmacist, and I have a big pharmacy working since 50 years ago, day and night. I asked God to give me the wisdom to do something which is more important. I don't know how God guided me to the leprosy colony. Really, when I went to the leprosy colony, it is amazing to find such people, person with no arms, with no legs, maybe blind, no families, no any relatives, no any person asking for him. Even there is a very little amount of food because he has no income. He told, what can I do? He has no arms. He wants to bus him, to bus himself. How can he do? That's why I asked God. I am so afraid to even to approach him, even to talk to him, to any person, because I know that I studied in my faculty that is an infectious disease. How can I feed him? How can I help him? How can I bus him? It's very difficult. I asked God, if you want me, if you guided me in such a place, give me the power. And I prayed really asking God to help me. The first man I saw in this colony, he was so ugly, with no eyes, with no ears. His face is very, very ugly. I spoke to the God. You told in the Bible that you created the human being, the man, as your face. Is it your face? I asked me several times. How God told us that he makes the man as his figure. Is it the figure of God like that? This ugly face? I went to home and I am very upset from myself. Why I asked this question? I went to my spiritual father. I told him what had happened. He told me there is no way to forgive this sin except to go to kiss that person. It is very difficult. I told him, his name is Father Bolad, he is a Jesuit. I told him, I can't approach to him. How you ask me to kiss him? Then second day, I decided to kiss him. From that time, I am kissing them so easy and I enjoy so much. And I don't know if Jesus makes this story so as to give me the encourage to kiss those people.
When we came to the conclusion that it was time for us to serve on a mission together, I promised Joanne that when she agreed to marry me, that one day I'd be her companion on a mission. And in doing that, we had come to the conclusion that it was time for us to serve. We decided to take President Hunter's advice that when you know why you serve. It doesn't matter where you serve. And so we left that in the Lord's hands. Ending up in Egypt as the 2 missionaries here was somewhat of a surprise to us. But what a blessing it's been in just the few months that we've been on our mission to come in contact with such wonderful people that are dedicated to service of their fellow men, and for us to learn and share in the blessings of the gospel, even though we're not allowed to speak of the gospel in this land. The light of the gospel is touching many hearts and souls here. And what a blessing it is for us to be just a little bit responsible and help that process along. It's been a joy.
It truly is humbling. I think one of the greatest things is knowing that we are part of such an incredible organization. Not only is the gospel of Jesus Christ here on the earth today, but the organization that has provided humanitarian work all over the world. And we're just a tiny part of it in this little vineyard, trying to do some good to some incredible people with beautiful spirits and Egyptians are wonderfully genuine and kind, and we've learned so much from them. We've learned so much from beautiful doctors and nurses that come and donate their time, and we know that they're doing it all over the world to further the light of the gospel. It's truly humbling, and it's an adventure. I can't imagine missing this opportunity. It's been wonderful. The small community associated with the leper colony has a sewing school started by the Catholic sisters, and they bring women from the village in, teach them how to sew. After 2 years of passing different tests, they're able to have the opportunity to buy a sewing machine, take it to their home, and provide an income for their family. During this process, we've become good friends with the wonderful women that work there and the sisters, and I took some blankets in that were donated to us. And when I took the blankets in, they just loved them. And
Little baby blankets.
little baby blankets. And I said, kind of offhanded, "Do you need any more?" And the Catholic sister said, "We need 100 more. We have 100 babies at least in this village that are cold and need blankets." And I said, "Well, I'll try to help get blankets." And she said, "Could you please teach us how to make the blankets?" And so that evolved into a project that we wrote up to buy the flannel and the batting and take our little branch members out to the out to the leper colony village sewing school and have a little Relief Society sewing class. It felt like Relief Society with those little veiled sisters teaching them how to tie quilts. They'd never seen batting before. They'd never tied quilts. In the next week or two, probably 2 weeks, they made over 100 blankets. And also we were able to donate the knitted material for the little baby gowns like we put in the newborn kits. And they made 200 baby gowns. And the sister that was in charge of the sewing school said, "We'll have a special day and you come out and watch us give these blankets away." And so that's what we did, and it was incredible as they lined up just begging for their 2 or 3. The sister had to limit it to no more than 3 blankets per person because they wanted them so badly for their little children.
And this is now clean sand that filters out the mud from the Nile. And then this is where they were percolating the chlorine directly into here. So he's putting a new liner.
My name is Gehed. I'm from Germany. I'm married to an Egyptian. And I'm here the second year as a volunteer. I'm taking care of the garden. And I have a group of 8 to 10 men working with me. They are patients, all of them, and they are working with me in the garden. I thought here they are the ones that are most in need for people to come to them. In the beginning, I was going to old people's homes and places like or orphanages, but I found here nobody's coming to them. So I decided to leave everything else and to come here every day and to work with them. And it's very rewarding, and I'm very happy here. Well, you see, the garden still needs a lot of work, and also I'm planning to start a handicraft center. So I've collected money for this now, for the craft center. We're hoping to do rug weaving and pottery, maybe batik, and things like this.
Oh, so special
This
boots.
is for the
Excellent.
patient.
Oh, that's wonderful work.
Wonderful
Very
work.
soft.
اثنين ممكن؟
Is that okay?
اوكي.
How much are they? No.
No.
That's such a good.
شو اسمك؟ شو اسمك؟
ابراهيم
حبيب شو اسمك؟
الحمار
حمال كيف حالك؟
Can you help me with it?
الأساسية والاحمرار والنمور والهرش.
كابتن استنى يا بنتي نادي الرجاله من بره
Good.
I came back to Egypt. Then I came back to Egypt. I bought my soul, my life between Lord's hands. For I know I have big spiritual experience in last time, and this is thanks be to God first. This is great grace from the Lord for me, that I am not a perfect person, sure, in past time, but now it is I can say more better than I was before. In this 1 year, not 1 year, 9 months ago, I am in our church. I feel spiritual, human, physical, financial. I finished, yes, everything. But inside of my heart, I feel something guarantee my life. It was a strong feeling in. I am not worry now about my life. Maybe it was before in the beginning of joining a church when I was in Italy. This I was worried, yes, about my life, but with pray also, and with the truth which I found in our church, a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I say true. Now I am very better than before.